Well, you are watching Liquid Lunch on Biz TV. I'm Frank Morano. John Tobacco is in the Corona Bunker studio. He is on premises, but he is doing something even more important than entertaining and serving you, which is he is entertaining us, his guests, and serving us. As I speak right now, he is currently in the process of mixing up a couple of vodka martinis. I'm usually a gin man myself, but listen, folks, we are in the midst of a trifold national crisis, so we all have to make some sacrifices, and I'm prepared to do my part for my country. I hope you will as well. Now, speaking of the trifold national crises that we're dealing with, there's a ton of news on every front. First of all, we have a lot of viewers in the great state of New Jersey, well, the state of New Jersey, and New Jersey, we broke this story yesterday, reopening. They're putting the pedal on the gas, well, they're stepping on the gas pedal. I would have said they're putting the pedal to the metal. So that means in New Jersey, you will soon be able to have up to, actually, as of now, you're able to have 100 people outdoors, and pretty soon that's going to go up to 500 people. You're able to have 50 people indoors. They're going crazy, having outdoor dining on Monday, which is a lot of fun for them. And then on Long Island, they have entered phase 2. They now have the benefit of outdoor dining. And for those of us that don't have the luxury of having a friend who hosts outdoor salons by the sea, Long Island is now opening barbershops and nail salons as well. So that is very exciting for them. But our big issue that we've been dealing with the last 2 weeks stems, of course, from the death of George Floyd and all the related issues dealing with police and community. Protests are continuing all over the country. Here in New York City, we told you how on Sunday, Mayor de Blasio came out with his plan to redirect money, we don't know how much money, from the NYPD to community service programs. And yesterday we learned in this brilliant New York Post headline, "Take my wife, please, any young man would be proud," we learned that it was, of course, the First Lady's idea, Chirlane McCray, to defund the NYPD. Not sure why anyone is terribly surprised, but we're keeping an eye on that. And here in New York, they passed, you see the headline of the Daily News, the blue wall crumbles. They passed several pieces of legislation that a lot of police groups are unhappy with. What have they done? Here in New York, they have banned chokeholds. Now, as a matter of practice, New York City, we haven't allowed chokeholds for quite some time, but now it's officially a state law, no more police chokeholds, and they've repealed the provision known as 50A, which allows police officers' disciplinary records to be subject to public scrutiny. So now if a police officer was disciplined or reprimanded, you, as a member of the public, will be able to know about it. So we'll see what impact that has on policing. Meantime, in New York, in LA, in Chicago, and in St. Louis, those cities have one thing in common. Crime has gone up. Violent crime, not so violent crime, it is up, up, up. On May 31st, Chicago just had their bloodiest day in the last 60 years. We're going to get into that. And George Floyd's brother testifying before a House hearing right now. We'll bring you any updates that happens on that front. We're going to get into that and a whole lot more in our Mix It Up segment with two men who really know a thing or two about a thing or two. That's John Burnett and David Eisenbach. A little bit later, we're going to talk with Joe Hagan. He'll help guide you through the economic turmoil that a lot of us are dealing with. And it is, of course, Women Wednesday, so we'll check in with Zen Sams in a bit. She has quite a bit to say about many things that are on her mind. All right, you're watching Liquid Lunch on Biz TV. We'll continue next with the Mix It Up segment of John Burnett and David Eisenbach.